Doesn't matter. Yeah, let me just quickly pause a drink and we can get. But we can start now.
Yeah, no. Brent, whenever you're ready, we'll just start. Okay, appreciate it. You boys got your mics ready then?
You know what it is.
Yo, the vibes.
Oh man.
Now, they're back again.
Not again.
Nah.
Jump off.
What are you
back.
saying?
I call a bitch, a hoe, woman.
Well, is that, I can already tell the energy that we're coming with for this very momentous
I feel like this
occasion.
episode's going to be censored for some reason. I feel like we're going to have to bleep a lot of stuff.
We're gonna get taken down. That's the mission.
Sorry.
Shout outs to all the queens. Shout outs to all the women.
And
I'm only
shout outs to
interested
all
in
the
queens.
peers.
Shout outs to all
Shouts out to all the prayers.
Do you
That's
know
a
what I
throwback.
found recently? Like basically, you know, like the word female. Yeah, you know when you call a woman a female,
I hear that.
it's almost the same version as calling a man a boy.
Is it?
Yeah,
How did you come to that conclusion? Oh, who cares?
like the same exact emotional
I hear that.
sensation you get. So if I call,
The same emotional sensation you get.
yeah, so like if I come up to you, Demi, and you're just talking rubbish and say "shut up, you boy,"
Yeah, I hear that.
like you get triggered right away.
Mm.
But then if I go up to a woman and say "shut up, you female,"
Do you know
You
what?
get the same-
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
emotional sensation.
What are you saying on that? This
Episode 100.
watch out.
Women, please listen to this episode. We're not misogynists.
Do you know what? Most of our
We're
listenership
not-
is women. How are they still with us?
You know we
Shout
love
outs
and
to-
appreciate
shout outs to all
you.
the queens
That's
in
what
the world.
I'm only here for the queens. Yeah, I'm here for
part
one reason.
two.
One reason
So
only.
you want us under a queen? Is that what you're saying?
I would think you'd marry a queen.
But if she's already a queen, then doesn't that make you prince?
He was a king to a god. What are we doing here? Because this is getting nonsensical.
It's actually podcast. I don't know if we all lost their glee. Podcast. Episode 100, part 2. This is like, I need to go but part 2. You know what I mean? When it comes to 2 versions. But yeah, we back again. We gave you guys a bonus episode because we thought, why
We
not?
spun the block.
Shout out to all the black-owned businesses.
Shout out to Femi, who was just our guest.
Yeah,
Shouts out to the TVA.
Go and buy The Upper World. It's out now in all stores.
That's a fact.
I don't want to say his brand name wrong, so I'm gonna read it. I think it's a reefer door. This is a brand by
Is that your hat?
Chad the motherfucking hype beast. Yeet. Yes, this is my hat. Let me get
Very
it out.
much what a time to be alive sort of feeling today.
How are you guys feeling?
Yes, a reefer
Do you know, I
door,
never
that's-
thought we'd-
that's the
I'll
brand
be
name.
honest, I
Also,
never thought we'd make it.
Shout outs to show the bottle, show the buckle right here. This is Lasso Lass. We had him as a guest, CB. So
Shout out to Sebi.
Yeah,
Not CB. Shout out to Seb.
I'm sorry,
My
man.
guy.
I'm thinking of Dr. CB, the one. Yeah, sorry.
Nah,
Shout out to
not that
Sebi,
one.
man.
Shout out to Sebi. And
shout
the
out
La
to
Solas
Sebi.
team, La Solas brand. This is like my 3rd or 4th bottle, I think. Demi's inconsolable.
CBN.
Episode 100. How are you guys feeling?
I didn't think we'd make it. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't think I'll make it today.
Man, so forget about here.
yeah. No, I made it. So made it. You know. Yeah, we're here, man.
Nah.
There's a lot of issues. Oh, also, like I like to make a massive apology to everybody because pretty much on episode 98 and 99, my SD card was corrupt and I couldn't actually do the videos. So I do apologize for that.
It's fine.
But
people
the
understand.
audio is out on YouTube if you want to go and listen, and also on all DSPs.
Streaming platforms.
And this video will be out.
Wherever you listen to your podcast,
Yes.
yeah, we'll be back in the flesh, and probably back in the flesh in the best way possible.
Absolutely.
But yeah, to answer your question, man, I didn't know. I wouldn't say I didn't think we'd ever make it here, but you can't ever fathom the idea of when you're going episode by episode. You don't fathom the idea that, oh my god, sometime you'll make it to 100. But we're here, man. We've had some big guests. We've had some real celebrations. 47th most listened to music podcast in the UK. Hopefully trying to improve on that number this year. I think we've continued our reign of terror and we worked hard. We've been dropping bombs on them, so I don't see why that won't improve. But do you know what? The best thing about this is I've done this with people who are some of my closest friends, and I've known Eman since year 6, and I've known yourself since year 7. Like, we're boys, and I don't think we ever take the time to appreciate how rare our group is. Some people aren't even that close to their friends from secondary school, and when I hear that, I'm like, what? Like, these are my brothers, These are
I think it happens more often than they're not.
I don't think it happens that often. Most people aren't like. They probably have 2 or 3 friends from secondary
We're saying the
school
same thing.
who-
I mean, as in they typically will not be friends with the people that they're friends with from secondary school. Like we're a rare case. We're saying the same thing.
Yeah, no, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. So the fact that we're in the position that we're in is amazing, to the point that people know us for being a big collective and being people who have been friends for years.
I think it will probably be hard to podcast with people who you don't actually know. I know that sounds weird, but like, let's say I was excelling in making playlists.
Yeah.
Eman's shoes have blown up and your reviews have blown up, but we didn't actually know each other, right? And we just happened to do this because we're a group, because all of our algorithms were great.
Yeah.
It might not be the same.
No, it wouldn't be. And
And
then
you
you
don't
just
have that history, you don't have that
would
chemistry.
end in 2 years. It would end in 2
That's even
years.
being like optimistic.
yeah.
It might end in a month.
Yeah.
Because you have no affiliation, you have nothing
No.
to those. They don't owe you nothing, which is never a good place to start any relationship. I think.
Absolutely.
You know.
And that's what's happening currently today within the industry. Of
They're just
podcasting.
grouping people together.
They're grouping people together and saying, "Oh yeah, you guys can work together," and they believe that it works as if it's a work
But they just want them
environment.
numbers, innit?
And then, more importantly, they'll try and fuse or forge a relation or forge a friendship rather than just being colleagues. Because the thing is, you have to have personality when you come together. But then again, you can say the same thing for radio.
What do you mean?
Like if you look at Charlemagne, DJ MV, Charlemagne, Angela Yee, they didn't know each other.
I hear what you're
first,
saying.
but they'll just group together.
never
They'll
had
put together, and guess
Sometimes
what?
it works. I mean, it's a tried and tested thing, but I do feel like you get better chemistry when the people have been friends for a long
It
time.
means more. as well.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
more
look at
meaningful.
how the JB pod imploded. Them boys, maybe Marl and Joe, you could argue, were friends, but to the point, Charlemagne told Rory, like, yo, watch out. You know, this guy, he's shown it before, he will betray you.
No, but
And-
that was bad business. That's what
whatever
it was.
you want to
It was
call it,
bad
like,
business. And
But I feel bad business would be less likely between ourselves because we've got that friendship established.
I know where you live, nigga.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm pulling up.
You look outside. I'm outside in the street.
That's a fact. Both houses, London and Essex, I can't get away.
I'm pulling up.
So
You see that blue car? You know it's me. You know it's me.
yeah,
Like, send me the files. Where are the files?
I'm gonna be sick when I see that coupe pull up, man.
Come on, man. Messy recruit, bro. Come on.
For real, on some real shit. Here we go again.
Eman, you put out a feeler to the people, to the streets, to the audience about some questions that they want us to answer.
oh yeah, so
I don't know if we can answer all of them, but
are you still doing a shot for each question?
Yikes. Oh, so what you have to? So if you don't want to say the question, you don't say it, or you take a shot. If that's what we're trying to say.
that's it. That's brazy. Wait, if you don't want to answer the question, you take a shot.
Yeah, that's not crazy. It starts off light. To be fair, he doesn't have a lot of questions there.
I want to know who asked the questions.
There's some real sick.
That's a real sick O's.
So shout outs to Safira who asked the question. Shout outs to you. Shout outs to a couple of people on Instagram as well who asked the question.
All right, let's get it started.
To be honest, some of these questions don't have anything to do with the pod.
Yeah, but it's questions. People want to know. They need answers.
Off the
If we
cuff
don't want to
questions.
answer it, we'll take a shot.
Checks or stripes?
Nike have the best shoe ever made 3 times over, so I'm gonna give it to Nike.
Checks, baby.
Checks.
It
All
has
three
to
of
be
us, we have
checks.
checks.
Yeah,
I thought you'd say stripes.
No.
Why? They've
No.
come back in a good way since
What's
Yeezy,
their most?
since
What's
Yeezy,
Adidas's most popular
Yeezy.
shoe?
The Stan Smith.
Stan Smith.
If not the Stan Smith,
I
then
thought
it's
it's the Superstars. That would have been my guess anyway.
the Stan Smith and the Superstar. Yeah, but it's more of the Stan Smith because it's a simple silhouette.
Because when you think
You can never go wrong with an all white shoe.
true,
Whereas
true.
the Superstar, it was cool for what it was at a time period, and then it came back, and then it came back again. Whereas the Stan
Yeah.
Smith has always been that. Stan Smith is basically Adidas's answer for Air Force One.
I like that.
Yeah,
But then Nike will always win this argument for me because they've got the Air Forces and they've got 3 world-class shoes with the Jordan brand as well. So it's a no-brainer for me. Nike takes that one.
That's
are you man feeling
sneaker.
Drake's shoe?
What's the next question?
Okay.
We don't talk about them shoes around here.
When did you all lose your V card?
I'm taking a shot. No one needs to know that, man. Like you're not gonna be. I'm not gonna be a better person for
Whoever
it.
asked that, salute.
I am 100% virgin.
I've
The
never
next
been with
question,
any woman in my life. I'm purely virgin.
purely virgin. The next question
Never woman
is,
before.
I think this is more for, actually, no, I'm not going to do that.
What is the question?
Nah, I need to know.
I saw the question. And I said,
No, I
are
was
you kidding me?
going to ask.
Go on.
But I don't think it's right.
Go on, I'll bleep it out if necessary.
Is he trying to make the black hat?
I'm ready to edit today. If anything goes
I'm
wrong.
ready to edit.
White women or
Oh, for fuck's
black
sake!
women?
No.
Was it white or brown?
It was white or brown, but it's black.
I'm
Like,
putting a player.
Why did they say brown?
I don't know. Brown could insinuate Asian women in India, or brown could insinuate Hispanic women, but I'm saying black, like white or black women. Like, what's
What for me? Black.
Yeah, I'm gonna say black. Innit?
I don't
Yo,
think
for
it's
the
close
sisters.
to me. I don't think it's even close.
Don't give me that look.
Yeah.
I was bored.
What about you, man? You have not answered.
Listen, he's a bad guy. He sent me my favorite snow bunny this morning. At what time was that? It was ridiculous.
I got home and I was looking through Instagram and Twitter, yeah.
It must have been
And I
like.
said, I need to send this guy this.
I'd gone to bed. It must have been like.
Was that 4 a.m.?
Yeah. I was like, this is a real sick. Oh.
Oh, God.
Nah, man. She is different. She is a You, with the banter on Twitter, you are a different kind of gravy, my darling.
Am I bleeping that? Are you going to drop her name?
No, I can't, man. I'll tell her.
So the next question.
He's
is,
not answered, you know. White women or black women? What's going on?
No, listen. Everybody knows. I
He's
like my
already
black women.
finished his drink.
Oh, fair enough. Next
Damn, he
question,
ain't
isn't it?
playing.
The next question is 3 top things you would do with £30,000.
With £30,000.
Yeah. So start off with you, Demi. What would you do with £30,000?
Going on holiday. Paying off my rent for God knows how long. Maybe a year. Just pay off the year rent. And then maybe buy a car.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't do a lot with 30. You can and you can't. I mean, you could put a deposit down on a house, but I don't know.
You can. That would probably be one or two of the things I would do.
But if you 30,000 is the deposit, like you can't do.
Yeah, that's the
things.
problem.
That was why.
But then there's the solicitor fees, and then there is.
You'll be there all day.
Depends where you get the house.
Okay, well
I
then-
might use it to buy like
Solicitors.
buy like a studio or like a gym
Okay.
to make the money back. Because let's say at the moment I'm trying to buy my own house. Obviously, I don't know how far I'm in the process, so that money exists. But if I was to have 30 extra, I'd want to flip it.
Yeah. Of
So I'd
course.
probably buy like maybe a studio.
So what pirate do you?
Yeah, maybe. Somewhere people can record music, some can do podcasts, something like that.
I'll
That'd be
become
cool.
Brent's competition.
No. I can't do Brent like that, man.
Yo.
Talk that talk.
For real.
Talk to me nice, I don't talk it
Talk to
out.
me at all.
What would I do with 30K? I think with 10K, I'll probably put him in cryptocurrency. I've just
for
seen
God's
one
sakes.
cryptocurrency. Listen, I've seen one cryptocurrency go from 38 pence to 84 pence within a week.
You're gonna put in Dogecoin, yeah?
Never. I think that's.
Whenever someone says that, I think of Doja Cat.
Do you know someone said that to me the other day?
Oh, is it?
That exact sentence. They were like, "Does Dogecoin have anything to do with Doja Cat?" I was laughing for 10 minutes. I was inconsolable, bro.
For those who don't know Dogecoin is just basically an exact
meme coin,
copy.
isn't it?
No,
It's a meme coin.
It's an exact copy of Bitcoin. It's just faster in processing payments. That's all it is.
Damn.
What else would you do with the 30K, man?
The 30K, I would probably buy sneaker bots.
Excuse me.
I like that. That's what.
I'll buy sneaker bots.
The game is rigged,
Can you
man.
actually buy a sneaker bot?
That's how you have to do it.
How much is a sneaker bot?
Okay, the thing is with what I've personally experienced is that you go on certain Discord accounts, and you would pay monthly payments to these individuals, and they have algorithms to actually help you get to certain websites and so on and so forth. But then they'll also showcase and provide services in terms of bots, and you'll buy those bots, and they may create 30 to 40 accounts.
Jesus Christ.
So I would personally I would use that £10,000 for this whole entire year to create so many bots, then sell all the products right away probably keep one for myself,
Right.
and then that's it, and then keep it moving. The other 10 racks, I'll probably buy land in Tanzania. I need
Makes
to,
sense.
I need to buy more land, but this time I want to buy residential rather than farming.
Okay.
Agriculture seems like it's a bit more like
You physically have to
Long-term.
be there, and if you're not there, it's a problem. So with COVID restrictions not allowing you to travel, or you can travel, but the thing is, coming back, you have to quarantine for 2 weeks. You have to do so on and so forth, rather than just coming straight away and doing what you need to do. Even though there's loopholes, and I do know the loopholes, it's another problem in itself.
should we go on a trip to Tanzania?
Why not?
Yeah, one day.
I think I've seen some beautiful clips.
You can go to lovely safaris. You can go to wonderful safaris and stuff like that. I got-
4-5 is like this picture.
The pause after beautiful. I saw his eyes and yours as well underneath the bucket hat.
You didn't see nothing. But yeah, that's
like Eman G45. God damn it. Again, how is he here?
but yeah, that's what
He's
I'll
got
do.
Instagram bots like just patrol the streets. Just chasing
Oh,
the
that's what you see.
algorithm.
You see every single picture, like any single girl and everything.
So many. I'll just
Hey, why is our Made in Chafford this discovery page so like it's booming? Why is there so many fine women on that
say what?
discovery page?
Oh man,
Is
Yeah,
it
real
you?
talk. Yeah, is it you?
it's not me. Like, I don't even be going on Insta like that.
I'll be seeing some wonderful people there. Shout out to you, like
The
you're doing your
algorithm
thing.
never lies. Listen,
What's the
whoever's using that page has
Yeah.
great taste. That's all I have to say.
All three of us are saying it's not us.
So who is it?
I mean,
Instagram
shit,
just knows what we like, man.
Oh, that,
Genghis never says anything.
this discovery page, just stay away from there.
Genghis will never say anything. What is the next question? The next question is, I think this is more for Demi, really and truly, because I think Demi, he's more of a nymphomaniac than I am.
Yikes! You don't
Okay.
put that on me.
He's
Go-
definitely more of a nymphomaniac than I am. Anyways,
What's the
Yeah,
question?
but that's like comparing 2 to 0. Like,
Man said 2 to 0.
I'm not going. What's the question?
the question is, if you had a female celebrity, who would it? That question doesn't make sense. If you had, if you had to be
A female for a
celeb-
day?
I read the question properly wrong.
If you
Sorry.
had to
I
be a
have read
female
the question
celebrity.
properly wrong.
Yeah,
That doesn't even make any sense.
That's the name of the episode.
Hey, what?
I read the question wrong, man. So basically, I thought it was like, if you had a female celebrity crush, who would it be? That's what I thought the question would be. But the question is, if you had to be a female celebrity, who would it be?
I'm not answering that.
Should we answer the celebrity crush? Because that kind of would be
yes.
easier.
If you should
Shout
know
outs-
by
shout
now
outs to
what I'm
Safira,
gonna
but
say,
that's not
man.
happening.
Yours right now is Chloe Bailey. Chloe Bailey, right? Chloe Bailey.
Could be Leighton, could be Bailey. Either way, I'm with a cutie.
You're terrible. Jesus Christ.
That's a fact.
Who's yours, man? I'm actually quite curious to know who yours is.
What my celebrity crush?
Yeah, man.
female.
Erykah Badu.
Huh?
Huh?
I just thought, what's the most random person you could say?
He's disgusted.
Nah, Erykah Badu's a different sort of gravy. She stabbed Jerry Lochanoka. They were laughing about it in the comments.
That's true love.
That's yo.
If she's willing to stab me, I know it's
I
wrong.
can't even think about
I'm
that
not joking.
because it's
He
like,
needs stitches.
I can't even think about that because there's just so many women out here, you know, like, and each of them need love and tender love and care. Your souls. I can't really answer that question in one go.
Boring.
Boo, get off the
Get
stage.
off the stage. Yo,
Love me like a dead rapper, like, you know what I mean? But
My answer is.
yeah, what's your answer, Collins? I think you have an interesting answer.
I
about
can't
this.
say who the person is
because he's
fear
got to
of
go
being
home after
killed.
this.
But if you listen to Dave's track, that will give you your answer.
Oh, okay.
And every time I play that song when she's in the car with me, she looks at me to see if I'll sing the lyrics, and I don't sing them.
Hey, listen. As a man,
I got the Jordans 4s and 6s. All I need is.
now it's
I'm just like.
you're a real sick. Oh,
I got the Jordans, so don't look at me.
that
don't
is
do anything.
insane. I thought he was gonna go with a Georgia one.
Nah, I think Georgia Smith's nice, but I don't think she's not like, I wouldn't think she's like high, like she's not top of my list.
Oh, I hear that.
Do you feel?
Oh, you know what? Shouts out to Chloe Bailey. If you ever need to come on the pod, you already know what time it is.
Jano. Who do I follow that's really nice?
There's too many names to mention.
There's way too many names.
Was there another question?
Any more questions? Then I'll jump into my topics, but go and see if there's any more, and we can move on.
I think the next question was, what
Thanks,
is
man.
the future for the pod
That is
now
a
that
good-
we've done 100?
A movie. Made in Chafford, the movie.
That's a horrible film. I can tell you now. What is even the premise of this film?
Your Trials and Tribulations.
God. Okay. Well,
Featuring me and Eman. No, I don't know. I think the future of the pod is
bigger, better guest, man. That's what it is.
bigger, better us as well.
True.
Finding ways to engage with people, continuing our run of just, being on top of things.
Yeah, we lit.
Like in anything in life, like things can go wrong. And there's been so many instances where like between the three of us, we've all had our efforts, but that's fine. Like,
Yeah, of
even
course.
like what happened last week with the visuals, like I can't even stay too mad at that, because when I think about it, like it's just one of those things you can't even prepare
Nah,
for.
you can't.
Do you remember that time when you guys went to Chafford to record and I was supposed to be there? And I was literally like, I thought it was going to be over Zoom. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
So-
God, you can't make that up.
These things happen,
You were
bro.
fully on the laptop. Like, yo, what's
Like,
going on?
why you guys ain't on the link? And then this guy sends me a picture of you guys in the room. I said, God,
Oh, that's
I
funny.
fucked it. But no, I think it's just, tightening the ship, making sure everything, runs accordingly.
Yeah.
But also just enjoying it, man. Like, you can't think too much about, you can think about where things will go, but you lose sight of how good things are right now.
True.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I also want to say? Just appreciating the W's as well. Like I think because we're all naturally quite hardworking people, when we do have a great success, like that was lit, on to the next one. Whereas we don't live in the moment and actually appreciate what we managed to achieve and what we managed to accomplish on that particular day. Like we've had some really great interactions and big guests that, I don't think we've actually really sat down and been like, oh, wow, it's really dope that we managed to pull that off. And I think that's
Yeah.
something we need to do more going
Celebrating our
forward.
wins. We have to do something this month.
Yeah,
to
to
celebrate
celebrate
the
this.
podcast. Absolutely. That'll be one thing you can look forward to.
Mm.
Our snaps when we decide to go out
Yo,
will be messy.
Gumby!
I'll be in a
Gumby,
wheelchair by
Gumby.
the end of the night, no doubt. On top of a telephone box, you decide.
The choice is yours.
People get in the comments, which one would you prefer?
The choice is
Who
yours.
wants to go on top of a telephone box?
We've done it before. Mission accomplished.
Big man.
It's
Taking
probably one of
risk,
my
yeah.
best pictures.
Listen, dog, that shit legendary.
Yo, this is if you go to Canterbury and you go to the station, that's it.
My celebrity crush is Kerry Hilson.
Good
That
choice.
took you quite a while,
Yeah.
but we got there in the end.
Yeah.
That's a good
It's-
choice.
It's
Terry
Kerry,
Hilson's
it's,
nice.
it's Kerry Hilson because, yeah, she's fire, but, where she's old enough to be my mum. So,
Is she?
wait, hold on. She's 40. No, she's not. That's 13 years. Nah.
I mean, yes and no. A bit like, do you know what?
Who has had a child at 13, bro?
But it's happened.
It can happen.
That's the
Technically speaking.
I mean,
it can
it's
happen.
not good, but it's happened.
That's nasty, bro.
Any more questions, or are we all out?
That's what I received from the group chats down there. Let me see if I got any more questions.
While he looks, I just want to ask you guys, what is your favorite moment of the podcast?
Oh, there's been so many, but Nikki gave us some greats last week. That was a phenomenal episode.
I've had some really positive feedback about the last two episodes. Really
I
positive
left
feedback.
that building like with my face hurting.
Yeah.
Nikki was on.
Shouts out to you.
Yeah,
man.
nah,
You're
man.
genuinely the fourth member of this.
For real, dog. That's no word of a lie. But I think she's given me one of my favorite moments. With the Empire moment, like it's just
Billy with this spray
Billy
on
two
jeans.
times. Oh
Shouts
my
out
god!
to you, Billy, man.
Shouts out to Billy, man. I don't know why you paid £75 for Uber from West Ham to Essex.
I think the Uber man just said, you know what, let me just change this 2 to a 7 right quick and see what he does.
No,
That's crazy.
Uber's actually moist for that because the thing is, England lost and they said, yeah, let's just triple charge all these motherfuckers.
that was TFL's fault, in my opinion.
Nah, not even.
TFL was shut down by 12. Like
It's a Sunday.
I don't know if they normally do that, but my God, my journey home was insane. I don't know if I told you, I didn't get home till 3. I left my friend's house at 11.
That's crazy.
Nah, it was a joke. I had to walk from Green. I think I've told you. I had to walk from Green Park to
Shame.
Battersea,
Shame.
and then Battersea I got an
Nah.
Uber. What should I have done?
L's.
I
I should have
mean,
stepped on road.
You should have slept.
Man said I should have been homeless for the night.
You should have stepped the road, bro.
How was that even an option?
Pick yourself up. Sunrise.
Nah, dog. I wasn't even drunk, thank goodness. Like I hadn't had anything to eat that day. Or I hadn't had anything to drink, shall I say. So that was a blessing in disguise. Because I would have been on ropes. TFL just said everything done out here. Like, what are you doing? Like, I couldn't believe it. But
so much money to be made.
What's your favorite moment of the podcast, Eman?
My favorite moment of the podcast.
I actually have mine.
I don't have one in
I have
particular
one.
because there's several
I have
moments
to, actually.
where it's just like, you know what, we do need to get Michael Tariba and Toby Tariba back on the podcast. I think we need to get also Casey as well.
We'll get the whole crew on.
Yeah, get the whole crew.
My favorite.
Shout outs to them.
Go on.
okay, who sorry?
But I think
Don't believe the hype.
that was definitely one of my favorite moments because we're talking about Creps. Even though I've been on their podcast, shout outs to them. Don't believe the hype. Go follow them as well. We were just having conversation about Creps, and
It was a good conversation.
that's something I'm very.
That's when I
passionate about.
realized there's a real issue within the black community about the mids, man.
It's not even black community, bruv. It's, to be honest, I spoke to one individual. I'm not going to mention his name, but shout out to him. I spoke to one individual about mids, and he said, "Mate, he doesn't like mids,
Let
but
the people have their mids.
he
man.
he resells mids on a mad one." So
If the demand is there, then so be
that's
it.
the
If you've got
demand
a
is there, the
supplement,
demand is there, but he's just like, whatever, man.
You two are giving me some of my favorite moments in this podcast.
What's that?
Your moment when we were discussing, I was discussing going past, what's the name of the shop in Oxford Street? They sell
Canada Goose.
Canada Goose, and you said drip or drown. That was amazing. And you gave me one of the best moments, I think, when we were discussing if we would have our own OnlyFans and how much money you generate from there. And you said it's good maths.
That was fantastic.
That's a fantastic.
Yo, you know it was good.
But it's actually no, it wasn't even OnlyFans. It was just on road,
like, would
just
you,
being
could
a
you
prostitute.
Be a male
just serving dick on the corner.
Jesus Christ.
Slanging cock on the road.
Yeah, honestly, you beat 10 times a week, you bring back $2,000 a week, bro.
It's good maths.
You know what I mean?
Meat
Like,
It was
Feast,
so good that Mr. Kevin had to like it.
I can't believe it.
shout out to Mr. Karen.
I can't believe
I
that.
said, yo, does he know what we're talking about? Like,
Does he actually know? There's so many ways that can go. I don't even want to.
that shit was insane.
Yeah, but I can't do that. I mean, religious. I mean, my faith. It doesn't make sense for me to do that. So
But that is good maths. I totally agree with you.
Absolutely.
yeah, it does make you consider. But
Who's your favorite guest you guys have had?
wait, hold on, Brent, have you got a charger for the Samsung S series? Thank you.
Tolly's up there.
Tolly's episode was good because she knows how to podcast,
Yes.
so it wasn't hard at all.
Yeah,
She knows
that's
what
a
she
fact.
does this.
Shout out to Tolly T as well.
For real, dog.
She doesn't have Voxy advert.
Every time,
I can't
I'm
believe
like,
it.
yo, I know this voice.
It's unreal.
Scully was phenomenal, actually. I think we don't bring it up enough, but
The best thing about that Scully episode is when we left Brent's and we were outside,
Yeah.
he actually just spoke to us for like literally like 30 minutes.
yeah,
We were just talking
he's
about
good people's man.
everything. And I like people who, not to put a slant on any of the guests we've had, you get people who might not feel great that day or give different kinds of energy, but the way he was so engaging with us, even afterwards, it gave me a good impression, and that doesn't happen often. Some people just come and record and they just dip, which is fine.
Do you think I would say we've been quite fortunate in that. I don't think we've had a bad guest. So like, where it's,
We've had a few.
would you say?
You know what?
We've had a few. I won't say.
I know you're saying
For me, it's very interesting because like science. Because I was actually I missed part of the conversation, but I actually enjoy like talking about science, just because it gets my mind spinning. So, like listening to him about like the whole 4 fundamentals about reality and stuff like that got me super intrigued. So personally, like I really enjoy that conversation. But to say what my favorite one was, yeah, having Janet on was lovely.
that was. Do you know? I like ones where we get an insight into the industry, though. That's why I actually think Deej's episode is actually quite underrated as well. When he came on,
shout out
he
to
was
Deej.
giving gems, man, and just, like really giving us an insight into what was going on. Geordie was actually a really good guest.
Jordan, not Jordan.
That's
Yes. Oh yeah. Shout outs to the whole Vibbar. They've now
the
gone
after
and
shouts
done
out.
their
Man. That,
EP.
their new song with Lou Ray is fantastic.
They've released the EP. So
Listen, Geordie is cooking right now, bro. I know I'm not the man. Geordie is cooking right now, bro. Like,
The
honestly.
boy's getting busy, man. We had him on at the right time.
And Phil right now, I just want to keep on saying that Phil right now is cracking it. That song is fantastic. And that's not like what his typical sound is, but for him to do that, make a song like that, I think it's just phenomenal. He deserves all the praise for that.
Nah, Crink and Crankum, I've gone back to that, man. Like, for real, next time we're out or at a party, I'm hijacking the music. Jade's birthday's coming up. You know what the vibes will be like then. Probably do a little house party and that.
I really enjoyed when we had Enterprise here. I think that's our first.
Oh,
recording
that
here.
was probably our first big. Yeah.
I was a bit nervous because I was like, I don't know how it's gonna go.
I don't.
How
Yes,
we're gonna go
I
about
don't
it.
even have a favorite one,
That was really good.
which is kind of crazy. You know what? Going on to Black Girls Living.
That was phenomenal. That was a
fun.
really good experience. And I've spoken to a lot of like people that I really.
I have some
respect.
things to correct when
Oh,
they come
about-
to our podcast because like it made me seem like I was
You cooked yourself, bro. I'm sorry.
no, I had every reason not to, but the way it came out, it just didn't come out right.
You saw the pot. You put the oil in, and you just jumped in.
Yeah, I'll never know why you did that.
No, I had reasons.
Must have had reasons.
No, I had reasons, but when they come and we discuss, I will tell you my reasons on that episode.
Listen, dog, you got chefed. It's okay. It happens to the
I
best
never
of us.
I never got chefed.
Well, you got chef, you know.
No, because I'm the one holding the knife.
Word.
Word. Fair enough, mate.
But I honestly don't have a favorite.
Nor do I. I mean, you think we've had a bad guess, but I think in terms of
I don't mean it personally, but I know there's episodes that have not come out. There's not many. I could literally maybe list one or two. So it's not like
Okay,
anything
fair
personal to
enough. Yeah,
anybody.
no,
I don't want
no.
it to come across that way. I've loved everybody who's even given us the time.
people are going to be up in the comments like, who the fuck is the bad guest?
No. I don't mean it that way. I just think, you can never know how someone will be on the day when they want to record.
Yeah,
and that's
no,
fine,
true.
Like, it's a fact that people don't. Even me, sometimes I come in and I record and I listen back and I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
I
I
wasn't
wasn't
there.
really fully engaged that day. So it happens.
It's hard, but do you know what the most important thing is that we're here? And I think what
Absolutely.
I've learned is consistency from this.
Consistency is
It
king.
never needs to stop. Like, we could all be doing other things, and it's not saying, this isn't me saying I want to do other things, but like, it's the fact that we always show up, without fail, and there's always an episode for our people to listen to, no matter what. And so for me, that's the most important thing that we're doing at the moment. Consistency will pay off. I mean, you look at the success that their names escape me at the moment. Off the cuff have had, and that's just been pure consistency to make it to 300 episodes.
It's incredible.
It's yeah.
Shouts out to
And you
them.
look at
Shouts
that
out
what
to
you
them.
told them about being on the Mount Rushmore. I believe 90% of that has just come through being consistent, and I'm sure they'll tell you. Oh, they would say the same. As in, they've come and had.
Foles and
days.
Vans have been doing this as well.
Yeah.
So it's always nice when
Duh.
you can get them on and talk to them about it. And like as you say, being on that Mount Rushmore, it's not easy. You have to work hard.
That's a
Duh.
fact.
It's a beautiful thing. Shouts out to Foles, man. Foles is a good people. He sent me a I'm a piano playlist yesterday.
Oh, that's love.
Because
I
I
listened
listened
to one of their recent podcasts and
Yeah.
they said Mda. Like if you know Mda, then you know Mda, innit? Yeah, man. Mda.
Their podcast is good, man. Like their vibes are they're two funny people.
You
And I
man just
think
came in and said, if you know, you know.
Oh, I think no. This is definitely my favorite. I think my favorite is LJB Fitness with
That was-
Luke
yeah.
and
Ooh,
Mance.
do you know what?
Because
good,
we
yeah.
went on their podcast. Shouts to them. They did definitely a phenomenal episode when we went there, and
Yeah.
also when they came to our podcast, this was how they did it. So they came to ours first, and we went to
we
theirs.
inspired them.
Yeah.
But
They did one.
we did absolutely wonderful stuff with them.
It
So
was a great episode.
It was.
it was a wonderful episode. So
That was the episode that, like, when they came to us, that was the episode that, like, I don't know, it made me want us to spur on.
To keep doing this.
Yeah, it was like,
'Cause you get
'cause
those
I think
kind of-
I want to say they weren't a numbered episode. I don't know, or I want to say they were.
They were numbered. Yeah.
Are they numbered?
They were definitely
Okay,
numbered.
but I don't think we was as consistent as we have been at that point. As in, I think we were still trying to.
I'm in the know.
Yeah. but that was the episode. I don't know, for me personally, anyway, because I felt like we was kind of hitting a wall, and it's like, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. But just hearing their story, she was like, no, we have to do this. Like this, we're having so many great conversations that is like literally life changing. It's really entertaining to actually speak to these people. So for me, that was a definite moment. Do you know who was a great guest but doesn't get the credit? Crystal.
That was a good episode.
Crystal Ringelman, yeah. Shout out
That's
to
absolute poppycock.
Yeah.
And all of us are like, what?
Excuse me?
Yo, bro, like, what do you
Crazy.
mean by poppycock? No, shout out
What do you mean by
We're
that?
trying to
shout
get
out to
into.
Ringelmans.
That's family.
That's family. That's love.
That's definitely family. They've been
That's
lovely to
blood.
me and to all of us, of course. But
Yeah,
like
no,
having
absolutely.
us
Important to say, well,
as
grab the drink.
a thing as a guest on our podcast,
Nah,
it was
she-
definitely wonderful. It was
Queen
wholesome,
for real.
wholesome, definitely wholesome. Yeah. To be honest, I think. Who would you want as actually? This is a great question. Who would you want as a celebrity on your? On
I mean,
this
yeah,
episode? on not this episode, this podcast itself.
yeah, like there's so many great people I still want to be able to talk to.
Daniel Kaluuya, step in the building. Let's do
Yo,
this.
step in the. Is
Let's
that
start.
you? Step in the room, DK. Nah, he would be amazing for sure. Daniel Kaluuya, I would be chuffed if we got Yinka. That's just even on. I'm actually a fan of Yinka. Like I actually watch her YouTube videos where I do. Why is that so loud?
You really believe that?
Nah.
You really spoke that into existence.
Nah, I have to. We've got some things in the pipeline.
Things in the works.
But yeah, no.
Sorry, Collins, it's the way you just moving.
Bro, I'm all over the place. It's the Las Olas, baby. It's in my blood.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, no, there's a lot of. I think I'll definitely like. I do genuinely. I am a fan of Yinka, so I'd love to have her on. I think it's something we could pull off. He's been on the show before, but I'd love to have Tom in person. He's also just good people's.
I think that'll happen. He was
Would be
very.
a great guest called Tom Wood.
No doubt about that.
We need Tom Wood, man. Shout out to Tom Wood.
Shout out to Tom. Tom's good people.
Yeah, Tom Wood.
Both
man.
Toms
Shout
are
out to
good
him.
people.
Both Toms.
Tom.
That's
Oh, and Sev, yeah. Listen, you need to stop playing games. Yeah, you need to come to Chafford.
Who's
You-
Sev? Oh, your boy.
Severin is a personal trainer
Personal
who's
trainer.
training some high-end clients.
Madison.
Shout out to him.
Oh,
Madison.
is he Madison trainer?
Uh,
Tell him to come to Arsenal, my guy.
Ivan Tony as well.
We need
Shout out
all
to
the
him.
help. Ivan Tony. This nigga's trying to kill me.
And bro, listen, you need to stop playing these games, yeah? Like me and him, we have this sort of rapport, so it's a bit different, but he needs to stop playing these games. You need to come on, yeah? You need to stop this. Stop this nonsense.
Like, you need to send him that clip.
He
Alone.
will know. I'll speak to his mum.
I'll speak to.
I speak to your mum, you know.
This reminds me of that Toby.
I'll talk
thing.
to your
Mum,
mums.
I want to get back with Chloe again.
Speaking of Toby, we need to try our best.
That's
to get it on.
has to happen. I don't
I trust
give a
you.
shit.
I feel like you can make it happen. I don't know
I'm
why. I have this belief you can actually make this happen.
I will be in the DMs, the emails.
Well, I mean, you live close to him. I mean, you could.
I could
step
knock
to
on
his
the
yard.
door again.
I'm pulling up on you.
You could really step to the yard. This is what Chafford is. Like, you
I have to
could
go with him in the cube.
Pull up.
Yo, spin that block one more time. I think that's him. I'm ready to murder this fool.
Come on, man. Nah,
Has
that'll
to-
be a great episode.
Nah,
There's so many things we need to discuss.
listen. I'm gonna say, yo. At first, I didn't think you were smart, but you ran your way to the 50K. Like life changing money.
They're gonna
as well.
win. I think they will
yeah.
win. They will win. Chloe and Tom. Chloe and Toby will win for sure.
I still don't watch Love Island.
You don't have to, bro.
You're not missing out on anything, dog.
Nah,
I really believe in the conceptual ideologies of.
I think
things.
watching Love Island closes your third eye.
You just gotta watch it with your brain off. That's as
a fact.
simple as that. I'm too smart to be able to really sit there and analyze it for what it is. I'd rather just watch it and not.
I want one of my no, but I will say this before the season ends. I want to tweet something on Love Island. On speaking of Love Island, and it bangs. Like people just seem to be getting it every night. Like let me join the party. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you gotta keep shooting. Shoot. I've had a couple, so you just gotta
Yeah,
keep
I've
shooting.
seen actually. To be fair,
Just keep shooting. Eventually, something will
something
go
has to.
in.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I'm trying to think of who else I'd like to get on there. Excuse me?
Never had that. You ain't got no headphones, so you really can't hear what I'm saying.
No. This
Yeah,
guy's
wait.
putting like secret messages.
He likes that.
This
ASMR
guy's
shit,
putting
man.
Illuminati messages in,
He's trying.
in the pod. Listen to this backwards. You're gonna head.
God. I hated that period of music. That was one of the worst things that ever happened.
It was when Run This Town came out. I specifically remember it.
Oh, I cheated on my barber. Shout outs to Zulu, yeah.
Cheated on my brother.
Shout outs to Zulu.
That's the name of the episode. That's gross.
Yuck. Is that pause?
Yo, real
That's a
sick.
pause.
Super pause. No, super pause. But basically, I found a new barber in my area. And listen, he did a great job and we had a nice conversation. So
I bet you did.
he did a job on my hair. Pause.
But if you've moved, you have to get a new barber. You have no choice. You have to cheat on your barber.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I cheated on my
this-
barber.
It was like, it was kind of crazy. I was looking kind of mad.
Eman, have you? Eman, Demi, have you cheated on your barber before?
Nah.
So you not found one in
I have, yeah.
So you cheated?
So you cheated.
Yeah,
Men
but
are
he
trash.
said- no, it's the way he said it. Like,
He's like, yo,
is this
By the
camera
way,
on me?
I cheated on your ass.
No, but the thing is, it's common knowledge if you say I cheated on my barber to go find another barber.
But did you already have one and you went and found
I
another
bet
one?
where I live. That's gonna get beeped. But no,
What?
it's gonna
You
get-
said you mentioned where you live several times on this show.
Nah.
You have.
Do you have to give them the? Do you have to tell them afterwards that you've found a new barber, or do you just leave them?
No,
in limbo?
I said I've lived in Essex. That's it.
He's like, what the
Why are you gonna message him and say, yo?
By the way, I've moved on. I'm
why
sorry.
would you like have a heart to heart with your barber? Like, yo, nah, shit is real right now. Like,
No, because my barber, right? So long
if your
story.
old barber's family or something, then maybe.
Nah,
it has to
long
happen.
story short.
You
so
walk in with a
basically,
new
I used to
trim.
get a trim. I used to get a trim in Tottenham.
No one's going all the way to Tottenham,
I used to study in Tottenham.
even if you did that.
So, and it doesn't matter. Anyways, basically, what you're talking is just nonsensical. So
How?
no, pause.
No, how is that nonsensical? You lived
Hey,
in Essex and
Demi.
you want to go all the way to Tottenham.
Mute. So
I don't get the journey. I don't get the journey.
no. So
I'm gonna let you get off.
I studied in Tottenham. So then I went and found a place close to my area, close to the place of where I studied, and I went and got my dreads done and also my hair trimmed. So then my barber left and didn't tell me nothing.
So he cheated on you.
He left me. He just
Yo,
left
bro.
me. So then I went to a new barber, and then the barber was in Grays. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I find my man just walking in like, yo, what are you saying? I'm like, what do you mean what are you saying? You trimmed me up at Tottenham and now you're in Grays. Why are you in Grays? Anyway, long story short, he left and then he told the other guy to come trim my hair. So I trusted him and he became my new barber and he was the one who cut my dreads off.
So
that's
your
me-
old barber introduced you to your new barber.
my old barber introduced me to my new barber.
That's even worse. You
And
can't
then
cheat
I left.
with using his friends to cheat.
Actually, no, bleep it. Bleep it.
Man
You
said
know,
I told you. Told you.
I ain't bleeping
no,
shit.
only on this episode.
Says it himself.
I ain't bleeping shit. Nigga. Get out of here.
What do you think people are gonna do? They're gonna.
Yeah. I'm Genghis. They want to get rid of this one. They want to create a new variant so they can manage.
A new variant.
The Genghis
I ain't
variant.
talking about Delta. Let me have that.
No.
Nope.
Well, I did one.
No.
One of those you
No.
did the other day was the worst. Remember when we were just like, nah.
Oh, the world's a condom. Like, bro. That's that in the bin, bro.
Excuse me? Yeah, that one did not land.
You
bro.
really looked at the room as if everybody was with you, but no.
You
I
look,
thought I was gonna get some kikis and
you look like
ha-has.
the Joker. Where you drop those jokes on stage.
Ugh.
Jesus Christ. Nothing landed. Nothing landed, bro. That movie is really funny when you really think about it.
I've never laughed so hard as when the gun dropped down.
You were laughing for like you laughed until the last act of the movie, bro. That was really funny though. I sat next to this guy. He was in tears.
When you dropped the Kanye, it was hot, man. It was like, what are you doing?
It's so funny.
I said this is a real sick O.
For the kids, nah, you're going to jail. You're going to jail immediately.
This is like audible gasp, but he's like,
Man's singing if
It
you're
was
happy and you
real
know,
hot.
you know.
Because it's like,
he dropped
Why?
that 9.
he dropped
God forgive me if I drop my
My
nine.
nine.
Yo, he was on smoke. Listen, anyway.
God forgive me if I dropped my
And he dropped his 9, boy.
Nah, that's sick. That's real.
Oh, shit. I'm sweating. That's too funny. Listen, man, this pod's been amazing. We've shared some great life experiences on here, bro. Like,
That was sickening, man.
and just to get to this point is a beautiful thing, as we've said.
What's the next topic? I think we've got 2 more that we might be able to get off before the show closes.
To be honest with you, not really. It was favourite moments, favourite guests. I said 21 questions, but I didn't write the questions down because I was too busy.
Who has 21 questions?
I don't know. I thought I could
21
get
questions.
some introspective stuff out of you since there's alcohol in your system. I do have a question, though.
Go for it.
When will you marry?
No.
You've got to stop this.
Who is bigger? Kanye West or Drake?
Drake.
I say
Drake.
If we're talking music, it's Drake.
No,
If we're talking,
it's Drake.
I don't know. If we're talking about everything else, I don't know if it's Drake.
No,
It's a really
Drake.
tough
Drake.
question,
Drake
man.
is. Drake came at the same time Kanye West was popping. Pardon me.
well, Drake came out.
So, in other words,
Almost. Graduation was 08, right? 07.
Yeah, but Drake was in. I'm saying like, let's say 2010. My Dark Twisted Fantasy comes out.
yes, but they weren't on the same level. Now Drake and Kanye West are on the same level, but more importantly, Kanye West was out from 2004, so he is part of the older generation and our
He has
generation,
both.
Yeah, he's
and
got both.
also
That's why
I would say some of. No, I wouldn't even say some of the new generation, but Drake has been involved in everybody's generation thus far. Anybody who's below the age of 36,
But so is Kanye.
no.
Why not?
What?
Kanye West stops at the age of maybe 20 because that's when Yeezus came out.
Yeah, but
and
the
everybody
kids-
wasn't feeling Yeezus.
The kids will like the kids
Maybe
will like
because of the
Kanye
kids.
now. Exactly.
Maybe
That's
because
why.
of the
That's
kids,
where my
that's it.
argument comes for it being outside of music. Kanye has a bigger leg to stand on because even if you take the Kardashian brand as well, you have these kids in the middle of nowhere who don't know who Kanye West is, but then they'll say, "Oh, that's Kim's husband,"
But
and there's clout behind that. There's a mad amount of clout behind that. I think musically it's not close. If you want to look at the numbers, okay, it's close, but it is Drake. Drake has far more number ones. He sold way more units. But I think when you look at the Yeezy brand,
in terms of presence,
controversy, just being
Nah,
who
in
he
terms-
is,
in
it might
terms of
be
presence,
yay.
in terms of presence, Drake is the biggest guy currently at the moment in the world. Kanye West is the biggest guy because 1, he's a billionaire. 2, he married Kim Kardashian.
Mhm.
Then she got robbed in Paris.
I have no idea why that has anything to do with anything.
It was a big massive thing because the thing is I would say that they are the royal family of today.
I
As
agree.
mad as that seems, the Kardashian family is the royal family of today.
Yep, I'm following you.
And then you have the situation of him falling out with Nike, him going through his mental troubles, and then breaking through to becoming the version of he is today, having people on the ropes with the new album. We don't know when that's coming out. Supposed to come out yesterday,
That
recorded
shit
on
ain't coming
Saturday,
out, man.
but didn't work out.
I think it's close, man. I just think, and when you factor in the years he had before Drake was like even making music, there's still a big gap there. If you were to ask an 80-year-old woman who either of them are, who is going to be the answer?
That's tough.
It could be evil. It could be either or. It's not close. It's close. It could be either or.
Kanye West doesn't have. He probably has 4 or 5 seconds, and that's about it. Whereas Drake has
Are
a
you saying
number
what do
of
you mean
records.
4 or 5 seconds
The
is
song, nah.
4 or 5 seconds is probably the only song an 80-year-old could probably recognize.
An 80-year-old.
cap.
And there's
Gold Digger. Come on, man.
stronger.
Gold Digger
No.
was stronger.
80-year-old.
No, I said 8. I said 8.
4 or
0.
5 seconds isn't as popular as you think it is.
No, but the thing is, it's a nice song where everybody can listen to it. You can listen to that at a family function. You're not really listening to Stronger at a family function, are you?
I said 8.
Especially a white family function.
Like 8-0.
Oh man, stronger, better, faster. You're not
I
really
hear what
doing
you're
that, are
saying. I
you?
hear what you're saying, but I think, I don't know, 4 or 5 seconds just seems like a bit of an odd choice to me. If you're talking his whole discography, that's,
And then even with the lockdown, the global lockdown slide to the, like what was the song?
2C slide, that was a
Two C
terrible-
slide.
Tootsie Roll.
Tootsie Slide.
It's
Yeah.
Tootsie Slide. I just like calling it Tootsie Roll.
So Tootsie Slide, that has been the song of the pandemic at that moment, at that time, where no one was doing everything, and then all of a sudden everybody wanted to do it. It became a challenge.
I hear what you're saying, man. Like his both their reaches is incredibly far. Like it's just a game of who do you like more. I think that's where it's at, really. I think they're both. I don't know. They're both incredibly talented.
Who would you pick individually?
Kanye all day.
Yeah, I think Kanye invested and actually interested in music. It's clear, man. Even some of the snippets and the sounds that I'm hearing on this album that's about to come out on Donda, like I don't know if I'd say lyrically a lot of the album is there, but the beats and the switch ups that he's really working with. He's doing what DJ Khaled thinks he does, and he's getting everyone in the game on the album. It sounds phenomenal. That song with Fabio Foreign, I think that could be like a life-changing moment for Fabi.
That guy is 30, bruv. He's had many years to have a life.
Being 30 is not old. I mean, I know we joke, but like...
Kanye has reached higher heights, but I think Drake has a soundtrack to my life. So if I had to pick... Kanye has my favorite album ever.
What, in My Dick, Dark Twisted?
Yeah, sorry?
I know, I nearly said My Dick.
My dick twisted.
Bro, pause, bro. Pause, bro.
Boy said my dick twisted.
Nah, bro.
Should we call that the name of the
You know what you did.
Should we call that the name of the episode?
You know what you did.
My dick twisted. My dick twisted fantasy.
You know what you did.
My beautiful dick twisted fantasy.
Yo, ladies.
No, it's all right, man. Just take it. Just take it.
Listen,
I don't think it's an L.
that's too funny.
You can't come out of it though.
No, I can't.
You can't undo it. There's no control or delete. Nothing.
My dick twisted.
Listen, before this ends, and this will probably end very soon.
Yeah,
I'll take the opportunity to say I love you guys,
Thank you very much.
and I think this has been a beautiful journey.
Last you did a wonderful job.
Shout out
this.
Sebi. Honestly, you've done
Sebi.
something great in this.
I didn't mean to pronounce your name wrong. I do apologize.
But I do want to say, like, you know, I love you. You two are my brothers.
Thank you very
And
much.
we've done really well to
Real
get
love.
to where we are today, and we should be proud of ourselves, man.
Of course,
That's a
of course.
fact.
We should be proud. I'm slightly twisted, but yesterday I was very twisted.
Twist and turn.
Not too
twist
bad now.
and turn. Was you hanging?
No, I was alright actually.
Say what? Oh, man, there's nothing beautiful.
My
When
beautiful
you-
dick
you
twisted
and-
fantasy.
Where's the camera?
Is this camera?
I made a mistake, and now I'm being bullied.
But no, listen,
You know,
guys,
that's your
this
subconscious
is
talking, bro.
As in how?
That's your subconscious talking about twisted dick.
Don't put that on me.
You didn't.
Shit happens.
I don't have to put it on you. You put it on yourself. Pause.
This is just.
Nah. You said it first.
I promise you, you said it previously on this.
Big man thing. He said it 3 times now. Just bleep it every
I
single
got
time.
100 guns, 100 clips.
Who is after you?
I don't live in Miami.
I'm outside. You know how I beat. That is such a beautiful clip. That's like I want that in a museum.
That is like a legendary
It's just
hip hop
beautiful,
moment.
man.
Shout out
But
to
you
Jake.
live in Miami.
Cameron was like, "Hey, fuck this
Tech.
guy."
Drop the track.
I was surprised the building didn't get shut up.
Crazy.
And then the beautiful segue into I'm from New York. Oh my God.
New York.
It was phenomenal.
Amazing. But yeah, guys, this is beautiful. Shout out to
Cheers.
you guys.
Real king
Of course,
shit.
of course,
real
of
king
course.
shit.
And yeah,
Of course.
What a time.
what a time to be alive.
1000%.
That might be the name of the episode. We've been rinsing that. For a very long time.
I think it has been. If you're,
No, I don't think
if
it has.
you're reading, if you're listening to this, it's
This
too
is too
late.
What a time to be alive. I think that's
This is
should be the
part
name.
2.
That's a beautiful thing.
Part
What a time
2
to
of
be alive.
Confessions.
Have to
That
make the album the cover for this week.
My
Oh, part 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Diamonds dancing.
diamonds on.
Oh, Diamonds dancing. Okay, cool.
You're doing me dirty.
That should go in the museum. That
Yeah,
whole verse.
What a rant.
Do me dirty.
That's all you could call it.
Do you know?
That's one of them ones that, yo, you need to get that shit off.
Amazing.
For real. Anyway, follow us. All streaming platforms, Made in Chafford on everything.
Yes, sir.
Episode 100 part 2 locked in.
Yes, sir.
You already know what time it is. What a time to be alive.
Yes, sir.
Salute.
Salute. Until next time.
All right.
Peace.
Thank you very much, Brent.